is going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV. I know. Holy fucking shit. Can I stop lagging? Okay, it's your boy GZTV. We're back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about week 4 in the NFL. I don't know when this video is going to get out. I've been a busy man the last couple of days, throughout the weekend and stuff. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to have to turn my mic audio up because it is super laggy and it's quiet. Let's get into the games. I know this is going to be super low effort because I'm kind of in a scramble to get to bed right now. Starting off first, we have the Cowboys and the Giants game. I'd love to just stop lagging. Hopefully I don't keep lagging. Dak Prescott throws 2 touchdown passes and the Cowboys win their 7th straight over the Giants. They win by 5. There's a sense of relief in a somewhat subdued Dallas Cowboys locker room after a hard-fought victory over the New York Giants. There was even a little celebration, considered all the struggles they've kind of had this season so far. Obviously being 2-2 is not what they envisioned to open the season, especially with some why is there shit in my fucking hair, especially given who they've played. They definitely should have a better season than what they're having. I don't know, Daniel Jones just keeps on coming short in games. Who knows what to feel? I mean, reality's starting to kick in for the Cowboys right now. Giants might have to move on from Daniel Jones. The Cowboys got kind of lucky though. Daniel Jones 29 for 40 and he threw a fucking pick. I mean, the guy's just not a great football player. Dak Prescott 22 for 27, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. Actually a really good game. CeeDee Lamb had 7 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. Holy shit, this is insane. And then Malik Neighbors had 115 receiving yards himself. Alright, getting into the Packers game. If I keep lagging, I'm just going to throw a fucking video over it. I'm getting so fucking tired of my computer being absolute trash. But Sam Darnold and the undefeated Vikings dominate the first half and they hang on to beat the Packers by 2 points. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings keep proving skeptics wrong while maintaining an early control of the NFC North race. They are doing an impressive job of just kind of controlling the division. Being undefeated, it's pretty fucking insane. Justin Jefferson had some insane catches, obviously one of the best wide receivers in the league. I don't know, we'll see if anything fucking changes. Packers capitalized, they turned defense into offense a couple of times this game. It was a solid showing for the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love just didn't have that good of a game in terms of, just the 3 picks. I think that's a huge reason why we lost this game. Jordan Addison had a rush touchdown. I think he had a receiving touchdown. Man, Christian Watson got carted off. That was extremely unfortunate. Hopefully the boy is okay. Praying for him. He's obviously a great receiver. I mean, we have Jaden Reed, we have Romeo Doubs, we have Dontavian Wicks, a solid young receiver core, but I'm just really hoping Christian Watson can get back in due time. Sam Darnold once again proving why he's like one of the best QBs in the league out of absolute nowhere. 20 for 28, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw a pick, but that's not really that bad considering, Jordan Love 32 for 54, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Doing his best Brett Favre impersonation. He even wore a Brett Favre jersey to the game. You get guys like Josh Jacobs going for 9 carries for 51. Justin Jefferson 6 catches at 85 yards and a touchdown. And my fucking goodness, despite a loss, you gotta give credit to Jaden Reed. 7 catches, 139 yards and a touchdown. That guy can play football, man. Moving right along here, we have the Broncos and the Jets. I'm actually not lagging as badly anymore. Bo Nix throws his first NFL touchdown pass to help the Broncos slip past Aaron Rodgers and the Jets by a point. Bo Nix finally threw his first NFL touchdown pass in his 4th pro start, and it came at a great time for the Denver Broncos right when they needed it in this game. Diming him up to Courtland Sutton. Obviously realizing he has that weapon is one thing, then making a pass is another, so that's great. Jets just fell short. I mean, Greg Zuerlein missed the kick. Just all sorts of stalled, stagnant drives from the Jets. Aaron Rodgers getting hit all over the place. You can smile a little bit. There's a little bit of positivity going around the Jets organization, but this was just not it. Good catch for Mike Williams this game. There's really just not much going there. Bo Nix threw a touchdown. I mean, that's a huge deal for him to start his NFL career. Aaron Rodgers, 24 for 42, but really didn't do much with it. There just wasn't much offense to be offered on this team. Courtland Sutton had 3 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. And yeah, Mike Williams, the Jets taking advantage of a somewhat new acquisition, going out for 4 catches and 67 yards. But obviously, they just empty drives after empty drives, missed field goals from Greg Zuerlein, just not being able to capitalize. It's unfortunate. And that brings us to the Saints and the Falcons, one of the best games of the entire week. Younghoe Koo's 58-yard field goal with 2 seconds left gets the Falcons a 2-point win over the Saints. Obviously, classic Younghoe Koo in Atlanta. It's been a staple for a couple years now. The guy just knows how to deliver a game-winning kick. As soon as the flag flew for pass interference, Younghoe Koo knew he would have a chance to win it for the Atlanta Falcons. He went out, he did it, absolutely nails it. That's why he's one of the best kickers in the NFL. Great player. Obviously, Alvin Kamara got a touchdown in late. The Falcons, though, just a really good defensive effort from them. Turnover on downs caused stuff. Muffed punt return for a touchdown from the Saints. I don't know why Raheem Shaheed decided to pick that up. Troy Anderson had an interception. All sorts of different stuff going on. Pick six. Really good defensive game from the Falcons, although some of that was very mistake-oriented on the Saints' part. Still, just a really good game for the Falcons. I don't know why my hair looks like this. I guess it's that time of day. Holy fuck, that's horrible. Derek Carr, though, 28 for 36. He did throw a pick, though, and I mean, compared, Kirk Cousins threw 21 for 38, or 35 for 238 yards. He threw a pick. Not a lot going on in the pass game. Tyler Algier had 8 carries for 60 yards. Alvin Kamara got in the end zone. Chris Olave had 8 catches for 87 yards. While Drake London had 6 catches for 64. So again, Drake London getting himself into a battle with some young receivers. He's a great player. He's actually really consistent. He will give you 50 receiving yards every game if you want him to, and that's something you can respect. Skipping ahead a little bit, we find ourselves with the Jaguars and the Texans game. CJ Stroud's touchdown pass with 18 seconds left lifts the Texans to a 4-point win over the Jaguars. Houston Texans hadn't scored in the second half and had punted on 5 straight possessions when they got one last chance to avoid being upset by the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have had an absolutely horrible start to their season. They come out, they win the game. They're 3-1. The winning touchdown goes to Dare Ogunbowale, who I think was actually like a kicker at one point for this team. And I think his sister's in the WNBA. I want to say maybe his cousin, something like that. CJ Stroud, though, getting through sack attempts, just being poised, tough in the pocket, finding Nico Collins again and again, game after game. Those two just going off. Christian Kirk had a touchdown, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. Those are the MVPs, obviously. First career rushing touchdown for Stephon Diggs as well, so that's a cool little stat. Trevor Lawrence, 18 for 33, 2 touchdowns, nothing crazy. Probably could have did a little bit more. CJ Stroud, 27 for 40, 345 yards, 2 touchdowns. The guy's an absolute fucking beast. He was born to be in the NFL. I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of pissed about Etienne because you got this Tank Bigsby guy going out for 7 carries and 90 yards. Like, what's up with that? Shout out to Jaguars rookie Brian Thomas Jr., though. 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. And man, oh man, Nico Collins once again proving why he is one of the best receivers in the NFL. 12 catches, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely sensational. Next up, we have the Steelers and the Colts game where Joe Flacco relieves an injured Anthony Richardson. He helps the Colts hold off the Steelers. They win by 3. This was a much-needed win for the Colts, coming off of some pretty bad performances as of late from Anthony Richardson. When the Indianapolis Colts needed Joe Flacco to relieve the injured Anthony Richardson, the 17-year veteran kept it simple. He's poised. He's been in these moments before. Exiting the game early, that's not great for Anthony Richardson. Obviously, he hasn't really been playing that good this season, but he also has years to develop on this team, so that's not good to see that happen. Pat Freiermuth got a touchdown. Shout out to him. Justin Fields scoring touchdown after touchdown. He's been the big guy there. Despite them losing, they're 3-1. No one expected the Steelers to start off that way. Joe Flacco gave it to Drew Ogletree. They got a touchdown out of that. Darnell Washington, one of the biggest tight ends in the NFL. He had a couple broken tackles. Justin Fields has been fucking great for the Steelers. I don't think enough people are talking about it. 22 for 34, 312 yards and a touchdown, as well as 10 carries for 55 yards and 2 rush touchdowns. This guy's been an absolute game changer for the Steelers. Bears fans are absolutely pissed at this. Joe Flacco, though, 16 for 26, 168 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor got in the end zone. Good stuff from George Pickens, 7 catches, 113 yards. And then Michael Pittman Jr. has 6 catches for 113. Really good receiver battle there between those two. We have a couple games left, starting with the Rams and the Bears game. Shout out to the Bears. Big win for them. Caleb Williams leads 4 scoring drives as the Bears beat the Rams by 6. Once Caleb Williams and the Bears offense found their rhythm, they started stringing together the sort of possessions the team and its fans envision on a regular basis. This is a high expectation football team. Or not like as an organization, but obviously, Caleb Williams being thrown in the mix with guys like DJ Moore and guys like Cole Kmet and guys like Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift. Obviously, Matthew Stafford was getting fucked up the entire game. Obviously, he threw picks. It was a rough day for Matthew Stafford for sure. He had some really really good passes, though. Like, no doubt Stafford had his moments this game, but I don't know. Shout out to DeAndre Swift, finally having his big break in Chicago. For a while, I wasn't sure if that trade was going to pay off for them, but if he can keep this up and be consistent, they might actually get a good, bid out of that. Kyren Williams got in the end zone. He's always going to do that. A lot of defense turned to offense for the Bears. Bears are obviously spearheading one of the best defenses in the NFL. Matthew Stafford, 20 for 29. He threw for 224 yards, but he also had a pick. Caleb Williams, 17 for 23. He threw for a touchdown. Kyren Williams had a touchdown as well. Holy fuck, that's bad. And then DeAndre Swift, 16 carries, 93 yards of a touchdown. Good stuff from him as well. Tutu Atwell had 4 catches for 82 yards, and DeAndre Swift had 7 catches for 72. So the man was out there doing a little bit of everything for the Chicago Bears. You gotta love that. Here we go, one of the most orderless games of the week, but it's close, so we have to talk about it. Browns-Raiders. Raiders hold off the Browns' rally to win by 4 behind the defense and their newfound running game. The Las Vegas Raiders used a strong defense as well as a balanced running game to hold off a late rally to beat the Cleveland Browns. Raiders beat the Browns with a fourth down sack on Deshaun Watson. Obviously, their defense, similar to the Bears, is really what's going to catapult them forward and allow them to have a decent season, probably a better season than most people imagined out of them. DJ Turner, man, why couldn't they give the ball to Jacoby Myers more? Shout out to DJ Turner. He had a touchdown. Rodney McLeod, fumble, return touchdown. That was crazy. A lot of different momentum changes in this game. Trayvon Mulrig got a tip drill interception. He's a great player. He's been good in the league for years. Obviously, Isaiah McGuire had a hit for the Browns. This was an interesting game. Deshaun Watson, 24 for 32. He threw for a touchdown, but he also threw a pick. Gardner Minshew kept it simple, 14 for 24. Jerome Ford had 10 carries for 58 yards, while Alexander Madison had 5 carries for 60. And Jerry Jeudy had 6 catches for 72 yards, and that kind of just summed up the game. Nothing much going on there. Chiefs and Chargers. Oh, the beloved Chiefs. Everyone loves the Chiefs, right? Didn't think so. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce helped the Chiefs rally for a 7-point win over the Chargers. Patrick Mahomes has run through the gamut of situations in his 100 regular season starts. This was a big milestone, obviously, in his career, being that it was his 100th career start. So that was kind of cool to see. Patrick Mahomes, though, huge touchdown to Xavier Worthy. That was really what got it going. Travis Kelce, he set some records that day, I guess, but he had a huge catch this game. He hasn't really been doing much this season. He's obviously been a little quiet. Samaje Perine breaks the deadlock with the first Chiefs touchdown. Ladd McConkey, that guy was all over the place. And obviously the unfortunate nature of Rashee Rice getting hurt and my fantasy team going to absolute shit. That's what came out of that game. Patrick Mahomes, though, 19 for 29, 245 yards and a touchdown. He did throw a pick. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Patrick Mahomes has not been spectacular in this season for the Chiefs. Justin Herbert, 16 for 27, 179 yards and a touchdown. Not a whole lot going on here. Travis Kelce had 7 catches for 89 yards. And again, Ladd McConkey had a huge fucking game. I guess Quentin Johnston doesn't exist anymore. But Ladd McConkey, 5 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown. Kind of a random, but it's cool. So yeah, boys, that is going to do it for this week in the NFL. If this video seemed rushed, I'm sorry. I tried not to make it that way. I like talking about football, of course, but when there's such a time crunch and you have so much to do in a day and you got to make sure you get this content at least recorded. I don't even know when this video is going to come out. You could get this on Friday for all you know, guys. It's going to be a very loose content schedule because I'm just not, at my computer working on videos. I don't have time to do that. I have to prepare for a job, for a career fair. I have to do homework. I have to go to class 3-4 hours every single day. It's a hassle to get this, hit cardio. I have to, I'm hanging out with my roommates every now and then. We're watching sports. We're doing all this stuff so I can make these videos. But with that being said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys understand some of my absence from YouTube. It's just a really tough semester. Maybe if it was a little more relaxed, I could have some time to get on here a little bit more. That's just how it's going to be probably for the rest of the semester. And it should be fine in the winter, but we will see how it goes. I'm out, guys. Have a good rest of your day.